Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today's video is my #1 requested video that I make, and that is Belizean Recado Chicken. Like how to do it, what do I put in it, all that kind of stuff. And there are a lot of different cooks that can make this video a whole lot better than I could. You know what? This is a recipe that comes super naturally for me. I grew up in Belize, and if you've been there, you know the food is fantastic. And I was like, you know what? This can be just a shout out to my heritage. Everybody does this chicken a little bit differently, and I also do it differently each time I make it because I don't follow a recipe, I just dump whatever. And so sometimes I feel like adding more things, sometimes I do less. But in today's video, I'm gonna be walking through how I make this chicken, what ingredients I use. I will not be particularly giving you the amount, sadly, because I really don't cook like that. I always just dump and stuff. I will try to show you very carefully exactly what I'm doing and how much, but not the actual like 2 teaspoons. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, this chicken goes super well with rice and beans and like coleslaw, fried plantain, pepper sauce. But for the sake of this video, I'm only gonna be showing you how to make the chicken today. So let's get started. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is wash your chicken really well with lime and water, and just wash it and cut out any excess skin. If you don't like skin, just remove it completely. I like to keep a little bit of it on, but any of the skin or extra gunk that's on it. But yeah, make sure the chicken is really well washed, and I did that step already, and let's stop looking at disgusting chicken. Okay, so the main ingredient of this dish is recado seasoning. I will try to link it down below. Honestly, it's hard to get in the US, like the good stuff in the US, but it's just a shame because it's really good. So I'll try to link some down below or something that's similar that will work great. I get all mine from Belize, and that's definitely the best. But yeah, recado is the main ingredient, and I have about 7-8 pieces of meat in here, and so I'm gonna use about, I don't know, 1.5 tablespoons maybe of this paste here. That's the main ingredient, and it's the very essential ingredient, obviously. So what you're gonna wanna do with that recado paste is just to add some water to a cup or a bowl and dissolve it. I just use my fingers because it works the best, and dissolve it in the water, but it will also need strained before you pour it into the chicken. But I'm gonna hold off on pouring into the chicken just yet. So I'm gonna add some salt. You don't have to add a lot because some of the other things are salty. Some of the other seasonings are salty. And Belizean seasonal, you could just use regular seasonal from Walmart. That works just as fine. I'm gonna add some of this. Just sprinkle it on. Seasonal, I think I got that. But yeah, like I said, most of these things can be found in the States. Everything except the recado, and even that I think I'm gonna be able to find it for you if I look online somewhere. All right, and garlic powder. I'm gonna add a pretty generous amount of that on, and complete seasoning. This is a Belizean brand, but you can also find complete seasoning up here as well if you look. So I'm gonna add some of that. And black pepper, very basic black pepper. You know what, I haven't made this recipe in months and months because I'm pregnant and meat just stinks. Next thing is I add a little bit of soy sauce, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Chicken bouillon is what I consider a main ingredient, and the chicken is very bland without it. The one you find, the chicken bouillon you find in a Mexican store or in Belize or maybe in the Latin section of Walmart, I'm not sure, is the best flavor. This is not the best flavor. It's what I have on hand right now. Funny, because I'm actually out of the other stuff. But this stuff here is, I use a lot of this stuff for the chicken. It really adds good flavor, and you want to be generous with this Consomé. Did I say bouillon? Whatever, it's Consomé, so chicken Consomé. So I will add that down below too, just so you can find it, the good stuff. Anyway, so be very generous with this. Be very generous with your recado and garlic. All right, so I also add just a little bit of barbecue sauce. You can also do this toward when the chicken is almost done as well, but I learned this from Miss Dorothy, and so I just put a little bit of barbecue sauce in it as well. Okay, so let me just run through the ingredients again with you guys. So you're gonna have the Recado paste. I dropped it. Recado paste that you dissolve in some water. You have Consomé, very, very essential. You have complete seasoning, seasonal, right there. Garlic powder. Some people put onion powder, I don't. Black pepper, salt. We all know what salt is. A little bit of soy sauce, just a tiny little bit of soy sauce. A little tiny bit of barbecue sauce as well. Depends on my mood. And a little bit of liquid smoke. Then again, sometimes I like it, sometimes I hate it. So those are the main ingredients for now, and I will add some more later. So this is hard to film and do this at the same time, but basically I am just making sure the ingredients are very, very soaked in. Also, I cut little slices into the chicken so that the flavor really soaks in. That's something I do as well. And it's best to leave this marinated for a couple hours. Most times I do it overnight, whatever. But today I don't have the time, so I'm not going to. It just adds that extra flavor. Also, this is a really good thing to put in your freezer. I make a huge batch at once, and then I marinate the chicken, and then I pull it out of my freezer for Sunday lunches, and then I'll fry it Sunday morning. So it's just kind of handy. Anywho, all right, so next I'm going to add my Recado in the water, whatever. Hold on, this is kind of messy, and often I strain it. This one actually does not need to be strained, but I will not use all the water here. That's way too much water. So still some grains in the bottom, but I will not use all the water, but I just needed enough to dissolve it. Okay, that's it for now. So yeah, I added the Recado, and I'm just really trying to get the flavor in here in the chicken. I cut little slivers into the meat so that it really would soak up the flavor, and you can add a little bit of lime as well to this right here. Okay, next step. So next I'm gonna cut up some veggies. I have a small onion, I have a tomato, habanero. That is optional if you have kids or somebody's scared of heat. I think it adds so much flavor that I absolutely have to use it. If you want to eliminate some of the heat, just don't cook it all the way, like pull it out when the meat is like half done or something. Cilantro, lime, a little bit of lime, and green pepper as well, and garlic. I am out of green pepper right now, so I often add a little bit of green pepper as well. So I added a generous amount of coconut oil. You want enough so that the chicken has plenty to not fry in, but really saute the chicken. So I use coconut oil. You can use other oils as well. This is what I prefer. And then I added just like about a teaspoon of brown sugar. Sometimes I do that, and it just adds a little extra flavor that I like. I add it to the oil, and it kind of dissolves. You want your oil hot, but not so hot that it will just smoke, because coconut oil will just smoke. And I think it's ready. I have my little thingy here for all the spritzes. You're gonna wanna brown your chicken really, really well on both sides. I lay it down skin first. It's a nice sizzle. All right. You're gonna wanna brown the chicken really well on both sides, and it's on pretty high heat. Watch it so it doesn't burn. You can flip it if you want. And don't add any water to the chicken just yet. Okay, so now that the chicken is brown on both sides, I still have it on high heat, and there's no cover or anything on the chicken. And now it's time to add my veggies. Like I said, I added habanero, but you don't have to if you don't want to, but it adds such a good flavor, honestly. So I have some tomato. I did not do the whole entire onion that I showed you earlier. Actually, it was just way too much onion. So some cilantro. If you want, you can squeeze some lime. Whoa, we're making a mess here. Chicken is getting a little dry, so I added some of that same seasonings, the leftover stuff. So now, if you're gonna cook your chicken all the way through on the stovetop, you're gonna lower your chicken and cover it, and then you're gonna stir it about every 10-15 minutes, just stirring it, making sure that it's not burning, the chicken is looking good, all that kind of stuff. But what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna finish it off by baking it. I find that to be easier. I can just go on with my day. So I will bake it around at 350 for about an hour-ish, just kind of checking. I really like my chicken to be super tender and soft. So this has been frying here for about, I don't know, maybe 15-20 minutes max. So this chicken is really nice and brown, and there's veggies sauteing here too. So I'm gonna let the veggies saute just a tiny bit longer, and then I'm just gonna put it in a pan and then cover it with tin foil and bake it. Okay, so this is ready to go into the oven. Okay, we are done. I just pulled it out of the oven and it's perfectly done. Hey guys, here is the end result of this dish. Belizean Recado Chicken. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you had any questions or anything like that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!